Probably just ego. I think, everybody knows just how accomplished people are on this team. There's going to be expectations with that, but we have to kind of curb the ego a little bit. And we were a new team. We're getting better, obviously, but like we're still a good we're still improving.
Hey guys, this is Pedro back with another interview covering VCT Americas Stage 1. I'm here accompanied by Ethan, the IGO of NRG, who just coming off of a win over FURIA. So Ethan, thank you so much for taking the time. Like I said before the start of this recording, a clean victory, pretty dominant victory over FURIA. Looking at how the series transpired, and, build on the momentum from beating Loud and just continuing this against FURIA. And now, how do you look at the current level of the team, given the fact that you guys were coming off of a disappointing elimination in kickoff, um, yeah, how do you just kind of look at the current level now, as the IGU of the squad?
Yeah, definitely we're definitely progressing at a really good rate right now. I think we learned just how to get better, which is really helpful with the kind of team we have because everyone's potential is so high. So once you kind of tap into that and unlock it, um, sky's the limit. So right now we're just going up the ladder and one thing at a time, improving every day, and I think it's showing.
Do you feel you've been able to kind of unlock, that kind of thing to then have this team live up to the potential that everybody and their mother has just been pinning on you guys?
Yeah, I think it's a lot of just individual comfortabilities and trying to find out both as like an IGL, just as a teammate, just how to kind of elevate everybody and kind of get them to their level consistently too is a big thing. So that's definitely been a focus of mine and Chet, and really everybody on the team. Everyone's just like very locked in right now, I feel.
Yeah, and what about yourself in particular? Coming off of kickoff and now just having to tweak some of the things that you have to tweak. Coming after losing to Sentinels and just having to rebound and just reach the level you guys wanted to reach. As the IGL, what do you think are some of the biggest thing that you kind of had to tweak for you in particular?
Yeah, I mean for me it's a lot of learning. Um kind of just like not relearning the game, but just really focusing on like kind of what our team strives in. Um kind of hard to explain, but also just making a system with the team is a really big thing. If everyone's really bought into one system and there's a lot of trust going on, then everyone's willing to make plays. Everyone just plays better individually, and everyone playing well just kind of leads to wins. So that's the main goal.
And yeah, like now that you guys are off on a good start into the regular season now, you have an upcoming schedule which sees you guys taking on pretty good a pretty good stack of teams, in Leviathan, EG, 100 Thieves, and then MIBR. What do you think is going to be like the biggest thing that the team kind of has to tweak even further going down the line?
Yeah, as the teams get tougher and that just we're deeper into the competition, there's a lot more to watch. The teams that play a lot of rounds, whether they lose one map, so the BO3 goes all three maps, or Lev plays like five OTs every time they play a game. So they have a lot of footage, um, a lot more than other teams. So that's been a really big focus of ours is keeping our games clean. Both because round differential really matters in this format, and also it's like there's just less footage, so it's we can really focus on ourselves. And yeah, I think that's just our main focus for the rest of the season.
How do you look at Lev in particular? Because I talked to Com a little bit, yesterday, and I got a little bit of sights on you, ex teammate, in addition to Demon One. But how do you kind of look at Leviathan as your upcoming opponent?
Yeah, I think they'll be. I think they're probably in the best form right now out of all the teams we've played so far. So like just Loud and Furia. They definitely look like they're in the best form, both individually and also team wise. They look like they're pretty locked in. So we're just gonna do what we normally do. We're used to playing hard opponents, and we'll have the right game plan going in.
Yeah, of course, and of course, you guys are going to do exactly that. I want to pivot to a different topic for this conversation, not just focusing on the team. Well, it's still focusing on the team, but more so looking at it behind the scenes. I believe not much has been said about Vlad Core and your boy Slays, the analysts who were working with Chet in addition to yourself within the team. I'm kind of curious on how they have been applying or giving their input to the team, because it's done to a system that as you've been saying, it's already been established for a fair amount of time. Given Chet, Victor, Marv, Crashies, and then yourself, veterans of the game. So, what kind of input have they been giving you guys, strategy wise and stuff like that to the team so far?
Yeah, Vlad, the lineup guy, he gives us a lot of stuff. Whether it's as soon as if someone switches to a new agent, he instantly has like every lineup you could possibly need on like every map. So he's super helpful with that. It's really just like a time thing. Like just having the lineups there so the players don't have to waste their time finding them is huge. And they help a lot with because we don't have an academy team or anything like that. So if we want to work on stuff just in house, we have a lot of people to do it. So we have the assistant coaches and the analysts and stuff like that. They all hop in and help us with whatever we need. Um, and it's very helpful in this format because between each game you have a week, so there's a lot of time to do a lot of work, and we have a lot of people that do good work. So it's very beneficial for us.
What do you think has been the one thing that kind of stood out to you the most, talking about them and them helping you, so far?
It's a lot of just different ideas. I mean, I've always thought like from the outside, if you can get as many opinions as possible about something, whether it's just a strat or just how to do something, more ideas and just more eyes and brains looking at that thing just gives you like a lot of insight. Um, and it's just it's very helpful.
It's pretty interesting looking at this team, some a team that I've been covering for a good while by talking to your teammates and now yourself. And one of the biggest things that or maybe issues, if you see it that way, I don't want to put words into your mouth. Just sort of the pressure just surrounding this team, given the high amount of talent. But for you, what do you feel is like the biggest obstacle that is facing, NRG as of now, given all the things that we've been talking about so far?
Um, Probably just ego. I think everybody knows just how accomplished people are on this team, um, and just generally just how good they are. So there's gonna be expectations with that, but we have to kind of curb the ego a little bit. And we were a new team. We're getting better, obviously, but like we're still a good we're still improving. So as long as people put the ego aside and realize like at the end of the day we're going into a match and just playing versus really good players. Everyone's in VCT because they're really good. So everyone we play individually is they're here for a reason, and so are we. So we just got to do our job every day. That's it.
Interesting that you said ego. In what way has that kind of affected you guys, earlier on that kind of necessitates, a tweaking and just adjusting and just making sure everybody is on the same page?
Um, oh, it's just more of a mental thing. I think like me personally, I've always kind of forced myself into like an underdog mentality. Um, not not in terms of like maybe the team, but just like I just kind of respect all the opponents I play. So I think when you start disrespecting your opponents, as soon as it backfires, as soon as they do something that makes you earn their respect, it might kind of mess with you mentally. So I like to kind of start, all my games off. Obviously, in the server you can disrespect them because everyone's trying to win. But outside of that, it's you gotta have respect for people.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. And one more question before I just wrap it up. More so just looking at again, rest of the competition and just looking at who do you view as like your biggest um opponent, for you in particular? Not just focusing on those that are already in the schedule, but more so just the rest of the league. If you were given the chance of just facing, let's say tomorrow, anything like that, who would that be and why?
Um, it's hard to say. A lot of teams have like that one X factor player, um, that could just pop off like whenever. Um, also have like a lot of friends in the scene. I've been on teams with a lot of people, and now everyone's kind of scattered around. Um, so I think maybe like the team in the best form right now. I don't even know. I think 100 Thieves looked really good, but I think they're very individual based. Um, and they just looked really good on the last game they played, I guess. So we'll see. I think everyone's at a very like solid level right now. I think everyone's kind of pretty much at like an even playing field. I think it's very exciting right now.
And surely we'll see who stands out amongst them later on in the future. Thank you so much, Ethan, for taking the time for doing this. I really appreciate it. And yep, best of luck goes to you and the rest of the team for Super Week.
Yep. Thank you.